Hello everybody and welcome to another episode on Crossroads. We are playing Farming Simulator 17. I'm sure you've kind of recognised it by now. In the last episode we were seeding field 15 and we were ploughing field 17, which I am now fertilising, and I've also got the John Deere 8R, the 8R series, pulling a rather nice 14 metre or so cultivator. So he's obviously cultivating this fertiliser into the soil, which is what we want. I've been messing around with the AI helper extension mod. It kind of worked okay, but then it just went wrong. I don't know what it might actually be. Is because I went out and come back in. No, it should have been fine. Unless what we can do is, now that he's there, we'll stop that, turn that on. We will make the turn for him. So yeah, that other field has been completely seeded. So that's a good start. Let's just try this one. So he's gonna now. What's he gonna do? What's he doing? Okay. Oh man, don't want him to do that. Don't want him to go that way. Yeah, this is what I mean. Sometimes it works good, and sometimes it doesn't work good at all. Get that bit there, and we'll line him up again, or line ourselves up. Might as well drive a little bit forward. You haven't finished. What's going on? Right, let's just go. Do that one, see how far we get now. Wouldn't think it'd be such a problem, but it is. Right, so we'll just have a quick run across here to the John Deere so you can have a quick squiz at how we're doing here. Cool, so there you go. He's using the AI extension, the AI vehicle extension mod. It's this bit here that throws some of them off. Now, from what I understand, if I just do this and press that, you can see the green lines. Now, as far as I know, that's kind of tracking the edge of the field. And then when it turns around and goes the other way, there'll be one reading where it has already cultivated and where it hasn't, and it kind of like makes up with it. So sometimes you have a straight pass and sometimes you have a wonky, wobbly pass. But I suppose it's just how the mod works. I'm not going to knock it if it manages to cultivate this field. Okay. Seem to have better luck with this cultivator than we do in the sprayer, but I suppose that's just it. But yeah, notification crew, howdy doody guys. I hope you guys are all doing good. That's that pass done, so what's he going to do now? Turn round. Okay, cool. So far so good. So there's not much really planned apart from a bit of field work in this episode. Yeah, I don't know, there is a couple of things that we could look into doing. I mean, we've got that's fertilised now to the top fertilising level. That's the soybean. That's our grass field, and I don't think there's anything in field 16. No, so we could get a seeder onto that, but ideally I would like to have both these fields ready to seed pretty much at the same time. And as for what crop I'm gonna put in them, I have no idea. 17, I might do a crop like canola, or we don't actually have any canola in the ground, so canola could be a choice for 16 or 17. But then again, if we were going to be doing cows and things, we want straw, so I think we will do field 17 with wheat or barley. I'm not too sure yet. We'll decide that when it gets to it. Wheat or barley. And then field 16 we'll probably do either canola, or we'll go for something like too big to do potatoes. I mean, for a potato field you want like 13 and 14 for potatoes and sugar beet, or even 14 and 1, you know, sugar beets for 14 and then 1 for potatoes. They look like they're roughly the same size fields, and obviously we use that for the pigs. Corn, we've got a few fields of corn, but we don't own them, so we'll keep an eye on the growth levels, and when they come to like kind of being ready to harvest, depending on what money we've got available, then we could always look into buying the field, because then all the hard work's been done for us, really, if you get my drift. That's just how that works. We'll see what happens now. See what's he doing now? Is he gonna turn, or is he just going for a drive? The other John Deere, I think it's also a 6210R. Still a very nice mod indeed. And I just want to get this spreader, and we'll go and spread, ready for a seeding. What I do want to do is I'll actually kind of cheat a little bit here. I'm just going to drive on the field. I want him to start down the bottom. I'm going to use Courseplay for this. I just need to kind of work out sizes of implements and things like that. So once I've done that, guys, I'm doing what Courseplay does. They normally drive around in circles, and so did I then. Trying to get myself close enough into the middle, or not the middle, but kind of where I think the starting marker is going to pop up. Cool, so if I do that, right, so we want to go to fertilizing, click on the course one. This is field 16, which is there. We'll automatically check it, but I also like to double check it. Either that one is 24 meters. What is detected? Good job there. We've got, actually, do you know what? I want to go, we'll start in this opposite corner, because then we can go lengthways. So we're going to be in the southeast corner, going west. So southeast, going west. It's not necessary for a headland, and look at that, guys, not that far off, was I? That's field 16, so field 16, 24 meter spinner, and is it first point and drive the course, and off we go. That's good. Right, so we've got a bit of an announcement to make. As you guys know, that I've been doing a couple of time lapses for the server. Now, kind of sat down the other day and had a chat with the admin guys, and you know, running seasons mod on a server is good and all, but for a public server I don't think it's kind of the right mod to have installed on the server. So we've removed the seasons mod. We've also moved to a bigger map, a much bigger map, so that, you know, the fields are of a decent size, and you know, if we get into a decent game, then you know, we're not going to harvest all the fields in about 10 minutes. So I think in that respect, changing the map itself was a good idea. There is a couple of other little mods that we've thrown in, you know, for the, like, the draw mixer wagon icon thing that pops up when you stand near a mixing wagon, so that you know what ratio to mix and things like that. We've added that mod, and we've added a couple of tractors. I think we got a John Deere, and no, it wasn't a John Deere, I do apologise, it was a Case. Farmer YT that recommended it to me, and he said, hey, you know, check out this mod for the server, I think it'll be good. It's different. So back onto the fertilising here, he seems to be doing quite well. He hasn't gone off course yet. And that's what I like about Courseplay, is look at the way that it works compared to the other mods that try to do this, like a similar thing with the workers. Although the ploughing the cultivating across there seems to be doing okay. Yeah, he seems to be doing quite well. Overall, this map is quite cool. I mean, fields are big, so it would be a good multiplayer map. You know, fairly decent sized fields for quite a few people to work. If it's just one person working them, it does take a while, and that's obviously why I've got Courseplay. I mean, just to do this, it's going to take another 14 minutes roughly to fertilise this field, and this is a pretty big fertiliser spreader. I think it was a good choice to use this tractor. It's not too out of proportion. Size-wise, it looks half decent. But yeah, so we're going back to the server. We've obviously added a few little mods. So please, guys, if you are thinking of joining the server, please download the new mods before you join. It won't let you join unless you've got all the mods that you want to download from the server itself. The link to those mods will be in the description below, as they are in most of my new videos, or most of my videos nowadays, as well as our Discord server invite. I'm inviting every single one of you guys to come and join our server. Come and join us for a chat. I'm on there nearly every evening after I've done my bit of recording and editing. I usually hop on for a few hours and have a chat and see how people are doing. You know, and also if people message each other in the chat and things, it does pop up on my phone, so I do get the notification, and sometimes if I'm not busy, I do reply to them all. If there's any messages for me, sometimes there is, it's nice. But yeah, apart from that, like I said, it's going to be a slow process to get all these fields worked and things like that, so the next couple of episodes may be a bit slow, guys. That's just the way it's going to go, unfortunately. But I think once all the fields are done and ready, you know, growing and things, it's going to give us a bit more things to do once they start becoming ripe and ready to harvest and things. That means we're going to have to have multiple combines running at the same time. But that's where Courseplay comes into action quite well. I mean, even if you just like, well, saying that you can't really, well, you can do more than one combine with Courseplay, but then you need to crack out the calculator because it gets quite tricky. But I will definitely show you guys how to do it, because I might do it with two combines where they're next, like, kind of just staggered behind each other as they go around the field and stuff. Obviously there's a bit of testing involved with that I'd need to have a look at. I'm not sure how easy it would be to make it work properly. But this guy seems to be doing okay. I want to know, yeah, he's fine. So we'll tab on over to, I want to get to the other sprayer, this guy. So he's nearly finished. So do you know what? We get to the end of this row, then we'll call it a day, because I'm not too fussed about that bit down the side there. It's not like we're not going to plant it, so we will still get something off it. It just won't be as big a yield as this one. I don't think I've got the the sprayer mod installed on this game. You know, you can shut valves off and things, which is cool. But yeah, I'm just here to have a bit of fun. I'm not here to get too in depth with it all, especially on this episode, on this series anyway. Which brings me to my other thing is, you know, I'd like to possibly do a series where I try and do majority of, you know, everyday farming from within the cab. Because let's be honest, that's what it's like in real life. I know doing trailers and things like that, we might have to come out if I'm reversing big trailers and things like that, but I just think it would be something different. You know, try stay inside the cab as much as we can. I mean, I know for things like this you can't really do it, but that's why we've got the GPS mod. We'll just say thank you very much for your help. I will fold this guy up, pull the wheels in, and we will take a drive down here. So yeah, I've remapped on my joystick. I've got like a slider on it, right? And I've readjusted it to do the speed on my cruise control. So if I want to lower it, I just move it up and it lowers it slowly, and I put it all the way to the bottom and it increases it. It's weird how it works. I think it's the wrong way around, and put it in the middle and it'll just stay at the normal speed, which is quite cool. Kind of means I don't have to keep reaching over to the keyboard to try and turn something up or down. So we'll just turn those lights off. I won't bother filling it up because we won't need it for a little bit now. I'm hoping that have some rain in that. Rain. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to work with that placeable shed there. Just hoping that when he does drive forward, he manages to kind of go in between. So yeah, good news. Doctor said I can take all my bandages and plasters and everything off my finger. So it's now out and about. Doesn't look the best, but they say that it looks okay, so I'll just take their word for it. After all, they're the professionals, apparently. But yeah, it's still a little bit swollen, but we'll get through it. I can use it a bit more, which is nice. You know, just being able to jump in the shower and actually use my hand in the water and not have to worry about kind of covering it up and making sure that it doesn't get wet. But we're on the way to recovery, which is good, and I can still use it, and I can still play my computer, and I can still make videos for you guys, so that's always a bonus. So I think what we'll do is we'll stick with this lad, or is it a girl? Watch, it'll be a girl now. Oh no, we'll stick with this lad to the end. I mean, if there's any suggestions of what you guys want to see me do on this map, or even the Ballymoon Castle, which we've also reached episode 10 now, guys, which is awesome. So I don't know what we'll quite have planned in the next episode. As you guys know, I'm not running the seasons mod on this map, so we don't have to worry about our bales being left outside, which is okay and fine. So that's always good. The other thing we could always look into doing is possibly finding some grass that we could cut. I mean, I don't think we would have any grass at the moment ready. We can have a look. Don't think we do. Grass. Turn all the other ones off. So the only grass fields really we've got are those. Keep pushing the wrong tabs. Growth. Okay, cool. So there is a couple of paddocks that we could look into mowing, and we could look at getting something like that. The big M, the GTX M. The Big M by Krone. This mower has an amazing 13-meter cut width, making it the largest mower available. The options to widespread is currently unavailable. Original model, Giants FS15 update, new cab, timber 131.3 model, color selection, upgraded cab, and FS17 build GTX. So I'm assuming it's just like a direct import from FS15 and they've just updated all the coding and things like that and they've made it. Now, the reason the widespread is currently unavailable, they might have fixed it by now. I don't know. I haven't checked. Look at that. You're not in traffic, mate. Come on now, stop being stupid, Courseplay. Gonna work? Yep. Awesome. So, we're doing good. And I tell you what, we'll just let him come back up and do that little bit. I know it's not really worth it, but I know there's people out there that would go, no, you've got to do it all, you've got to do it all. But we will get there. So yeah, like I was saying, oh yeah, we were in the shop and we were over here. Now the reason that the Krone Big M, why the widespread is currently unavailable is because there is a slight glitch with it that when you start doing it and you stop, then all of a sudden and then you like lift your mowers up and then put them back down again, and it used to just pile loads of like cut grass, just heaps of it, and it used to kind of mess up your game and throw the physics of the game off a little bit, you know, lag it out and things like that. But it'd be cool if they could bring that back. I don't know why they can't do it, but we will just have to wait and see what they do. I mean, after all, it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, we are going to windrow it back up into, you know, windrows, so I don't see the huge problem with, you know, just being able to, just having the windrow option available to us. It's the best one to go for. But yes guys, like I said before, we are on Discord. Come and join us on there. Be absolutely fantastic. By the way, the map that we've got on the dedicated server is Southern Cross Station. It's an Australian map. G'day mate. So for me, it's a southern hemisphere of the world, so it's kind of like my territory if you think about it. Southern hemisphere, South Africa. I know it's a very like really long ways apart from each other, but that kind of part of the world, that's how I see it. It's warm, it's dry, we don't really get much rain. When we do get rain, it rains, you know, we get hundreds of days worth of rain in a few hours, so it floods and it becomes chaotic and things like that. And we've got masses and masses and masses of open spaces of just sandy deserts and, you know, things, horrible uninhabited land. I mean, we've got the Sahara Desert and things like that too in Africa. I mean, believe me, I know it takes you nearly, what, well, from Amsterdam to Cape Town, it can take you a good 8 or 9 hours, or should I say 8 to 9 hours worth of flying time. Awesome, so he's finished that, so we will stop the driver, clear the course, he's done, and we'll be cheeky and just pop in through here. I won't bother putting them all away because I'll do that in the next episode. All the lights off. As far as I know, through all the tractors again. Where's my plough? Why do I keep saying plough? My cultivator. How long's this one? Oh, it's not going to tell us, is it? Because it's not Courseplay. Haha, caught myself out then. Right guys, this one's going to be a bit longer than normal. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please head down below and hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, please don't be scared to hit the subscribe button. I bring out new content on a daily basis at 4 o'clock UK time. So until next time guys, I will see you on Crossroads once again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Take care. Bye bye.